friends. It is February 1st, Monday, February 1st. I wasn't going to podcast this week because I don't have any finished objects, but I'm hoping that throughout the week I may have at least one finished object that I can share. It's very snowy here. It's the most snow we've had in probably 4 or 5 years. It's manageable though, like the roads are clear. So I fed the birds. I did not take you along because snow, and yeah, so let's get into it. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is Sally's Backyard, and I'm Sally. Welcome to my podcast about mostly crafting, knitting, crochet, sewing, and other lifestyle things. So if you're new, thanks for joining me, and if you've been with me through a few episodes, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate it. Hi everyone. I had a question from Andrea this past week about this shawl, and this is my sunflower shawl. It's a crochet pattern by Sherry McEwen. It's called Bowtie Pi, and I will link to that. And the yarn is by a company called Fiber Fusion, and I'm not sure if they're still dyeing yarn or not. But this is a cotton yarn that is dyed in a sequence, so that when you crochet or knit it, you get the colors in this sequence. So if I had started at one end, I could have had green in the middle, and then the colors go out from there. But I started with brown in the middle so that I could get this sunflower effect. And my idea was never to wear this shawl. I just wanted to hang it up in my office because sunflowers are my favorite flowers. And yeah, so that's the story behind this shawl. And I made this, I had to look on my Ravelry projects page. I made this in 2017. So all the details are on my Ravelry projects page, and I'll link to that in the bottom description as well. Hello again. So I made these fingerless mitts in the fall, and I really love this yarn. It's a yak merino blend, and they're super soft. They're crocheted. I don't remember the pattern. I'd have to look it up on Ravelry, but they're just kind of rectangles, and they're kind of big and just don't really have a lot of shape. So I'm gonna rip these out and reuse this yarn and probably make a knitted pair. So yeah, I can't see wasting this. It's just too nice of yarn. So good morning everyone. It's Tuesday, February 2nd. I'm gonna make some sourdough bread this morning. You've probably, if you've been watching me, you've seen me make this before, and I use my bread machine for the dough setting, and then once that's done, I take the bread out and I finish it in the oven so that we don't get that hole in the bottom of the bread. If you have a bread machine, there's a paddle on the bottom, and sometimes that will create a hole on the underside of the bread. And also it gives us a way to, the shape of it is easier to slice for sandwiches and stuff like that. So that's what I'm up to this morning. Hope you're having a good day. The recipe I use is one that came with my bread machine. There are so many sourdough recipes out there online. I tried a few, and this is the one that worked best for me. I just jotted it down on a piece of paper so I don't have to get the booklet out every time. Yeah, and I make this sometimes once a week, and sometimes every 2 weeks, and we seem to be eating this more than store-bought bread. So I enjoy the process. It's fun, and yeah, so maybe you give it a try. This is my sourdough starter. Its name is Vincent Van Dough. A friend of mine came up with the name, so it's stuck. I started this in March of this year, or of last year, 2020. And yeah, I jumped on the sourdough bandwagon, and I'd never done this before. I don't remember where I found the instructions for this starter, but again, you can find those pretty much anywhere. I am not an expert in this. I just do what works. And there it is. And we'll use about 1/4 cup of this for this recipe. And then after you use it, you have to feed it. So however much you take out, you need to put back in that much flour plus an equal amount of water. And I let it sit on the counter until it comes to room temp, and then I stick it back in the fridge. And I've left it in there for up to 2 weeks and not fed it again, and it's fine. So that's my process. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. But my suggestion is just go to the internet. There's plenty of information out there on sourdough bread. Probably hear the bread machine in the background. I wanted to say I use yeast in my sourdough bread. That's what the recipe calls for, because I don't want to wait that long with proofing and all that. Mine does proof for about 1.5 to 2 hours, but if I just use the sourdough starter alone, it would take much longer. So basically what we're going for is the taste of sourdough bread. We're not, that particular about it. Some people are, and that's fine, but this is just what we do. Got the bread out of the bread machine and into my parchment lined pan so it doesn't stick, and I'm going to cover it for about 1.5 hours. Just I keep an eye on it just to see how it's doing and the size and everything, but that seems to be enough. And then I'll pop it in the oven, and it only takes 25 minutes to bake, and we're good to go. Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, February 4th. I just wanted to say thank you to Victoria of Victoria Knits Podcast for the shout out on her latest episode. I really appreciate it, Victoria. You've been so supportive. If you haven't seen Victoria's podcast, go check it out. She hikes the mountains of Montana, and she's a crafter, and she spends time with her grandsons, and her podcast is a lot of fun. So go check it out. Thanks, Victoria. Morning. It's Friday, February 5th. I got a package yesterday, so I thought we could open that together. And it's from Honeyrun Farm, which is a kind of local to me farm. It's about 1 hour from here, more towards southern Ohio. and they have their own beehives. They make their own honey. They make candles and soaps and all kinds of fun things. So let's see what's in the package. I wish you guys could smell this. These soaps smell so good. Oh my gosh. Okay, so lavender. This is my favorite. Lemongrass. Oh, love. Orange honey blossom. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Coconut lime. I'll link to their shop in the description box below, or their website. They have an Etsy shop, but they also have, you can order directly from their website. So I also got lip balm, sweet as honey, and they use their honey and beeswax in all of their products. And then of course the raw honey, the summer harvest. I started ordering from them probably in April of 2020. I was looking for a local place to buy honey, and I just did a Google search, and this came up, and they have an Instagram page or an Instagram account, which is fun to watch because Jane shares a lot of things about their farm, and they just got some new dairy calves, and they have 2 kids, and the kids help out with the farm, and it's a lot of fun to follow. So she's also into hiking, so she shares some of that as well. And the last thing is some beeswax candles. I got some votive candles. Oh, they smell like honey. I can't wait to try these. I've ordered their tea lights before, and I still have some of those left, but I wanted to try the votives. And I also ordered some beeswax from them to make my own candles, which I'm going to try probably in a future video. So yeah, that's my haul from Honeyrun Farm. Hey everybody, it is Friday night, and guess what I've got? Finished objects. Yes, I finished my fingerless mitts, and I am very happy with these. This is the Toad Hollow yarn fingering weight, where the Crawdads Sing held double with Spectre Surrey alpaca lace weight. And I am really happy with these. They're so soft. Yeah, they're the perfect length. Really happy with those. So yeah, I finished something. Yay! And they didn't take me that long, about a week. That's about average for me. I'm not a super fast knitter. So yeah, I'm really happy with those. I think they turned out really nice. And I don't know if you can see just those little bits of peach coming through the gray. Yeah, so I have a decent amount of yarn left, so I think I'm going to make a headband or maybe a hat holding the yarn double like that, because I just love it. It's so soft. Yeah, so good way to end the week. So this is how much yarn I have left. So quite a bit, actually. And I also wanted to say the pattern for those is the Easy Fingerless Mitts, and I'll link to those in the description box. And I used US size 7, 4.5 millimeter circulars to knit those. So yeah. Hi everyone, it's Saturday evening. The next few minutes are just some scenery around the countryside here in Ohio. My husband and I took a drive today. It was a beautiful day, bright blue skies and snow on the ground. The first part is a local park that we drive through occasionally and walk through. And then the last part of it are just some backcountry roads. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Good morning. It's Sunday, February 7th. So last night before I went to bed, I cast on a project with the same yarn that I was using for the Fingerless mitts, and it's a headband. It's called Frida, and it's by Emily Lewis. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, and I'll link to that for you. And I just got a couple of rows started. So hopefully I'll have that finished. Well, I'm sure I'll have that finished by the next time I record. I also wanted to show you my progress on the Magic Spring Shawl. I haven't done a lot on it this week, but I do have some progress. So I'll be working on that a little more this week, I think. I just wanted to get those fingerless mitts done, and this has been kind of sitting off to the side. So yeah, that's it for this week. I'm gonna wrap things up. I hope you all had a great week, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.